Building a house from the ground up is the American dream, but it doesn't come easy. Before this Myrtle Beach couple can move into their custom-style lake house, they will face battles with Mother Nature. It's going to be a monsoon. Safety concerns.
This is really dangerous. It could easily get out of control.
And a fierce race to the finish.
Get it done, put it up, move on to the next one.
They'll go from a small traditional style home to their very first 2,600 square foot dream home. All in the next 60 minutes on Raising House. In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Amanda and Joel Barber are currently living in a 1,200 square foot home.
We're just very tight, and there's just not enough space.
So in their search for finding a new home, Amanda and Joel decided to build a house rather than buy an existing property.
As we looked at different homes, we realized that it would make more sense to build so we'd be able to customize.
In 2012, the couple found a 2-acre lot to build their dream home.
It was very important for us to have a large open lot as well as a water view lot and not to be staring into someone's backyard.
This lot became available on a Friday and we put an offer in on a Sunday.
We wanted a builder who could build us a high-quality custom home that was well within our budget and also within the schedule.
Before Amanda and Joel can begin, they meet with their builder, Eddie Friend, to go over their plans.
Okay.
I think you'll really enjoy this plan and the lot that you've selected because of the fact that the house, the back of the house lines up perfectly directly on the lake behind you.
One of the things looking at this that I'm most excited about is I think we're a little over 1,000 square feet larger than what we are now.
Right now we're about just under 3,600 gross square feet and just under 2,600 heated square feet.
It's like doubling our old house. It's going to be nice. We're just really looking forward to having the kitchen, dining room, and great room or one large space. I want to be able to entertain and to, just to have that open concept.
It really does work well for entertaining because you can kind of move in and out from multiple areas. You don't all have to go in and out in one direction. What's really good about this type of door system is that it has 4 separate panels. Those panels slide and stack one in front of another, giving you the largest opening possible.
Yeah, that's really important for us.
It's going to make a nice barbecue area, so if it fits in the budget now, we can do it. If it doesn't, it'll be set up for later.
For future, yes.
Right.
Let's take a look at the exterior for a moment, and we can talk a little bit about the colors that you're interested in. I've got some samples over here.
There was that lighter trim color. I wanted it to be a contrast, but not too much, like a little bit on the darker side. Ooh, that's the one that we really liked.
Now it's time to talk schedule.
From the time you actually put a shovel in the ground would be usually around 6 months.
Okay.
There's obviously a lot of things that can affect that, but that would be the standard.
Okay.
There's storms that can pop up anytime. We try to adjust to those as best we can, but it's something that unfortunately we have to deal with.
We have a deadline that we have to be out of my house, so that's going to be really important for us to meet that deadline.
With everyone on the same page, now it's time to get the build started. It's the first day of the build. Amanda and Joel's lot is prepped. Trees are removed, the land is excavated, and the layout for the foundation of the home is established. 2 weeks later, Eddie's crew is on site early for the concrete pour.
The entire foundation for the house, the main living areas, the garage, the porches, everything is being poured today. So it's a lot of work for the guys. We've got somewhere between 70 and 80 yards of concrete being poured here today.
This truck has a reach of about 90 feet. On a good job where it's real deep and everything, it averages about 213 yards an hour. This is actually the remote system which controls the boom functions, the pumping, the volume of concrete that you have coming out. Basically does everything but make coffee.
Homeowners Amanda and Joel arrive on site to see the first stage of their build.
Finally!
This is the most exciting day so far. When we came to look at the lot before we even put in a bid on it, Amanda came out. I was sort of like, it's an okay lot, but she saw the vision for it, so we went ahead and purchased a lot, and now it's really coming to life.
The concept of having an open floor plan with the water behind us to be able to bring the outdoors into the house was just extremely important to us.
Once it goes down, no turning back.
We really got lucky with it being sunny, so we're in really good shape.
I saw it this morning. I woke up and I looked at the weather first thing to see how it was doing.
Got enough guys here.
Yeah.
They're ready.
Whole county.
Having anywhere between 10 to 13, 14 people on hand is necessary when you're dealing with this much concrete at one time.
We're in about 15 to 18 yards. We got about 62 yards more to go.
There's lots of little things that have to be done besides just putting the concrete in place. In the Myrtle Beach area, we're in a 130-mile-an-hour hurricane code. Because of that, as they're going around the perimeter of the slab as it starts to set up, they're putting in the anchor bolts that we'll use to attach our walls down to our concrete slab.
Looks like halfway done with pouring the cement. It's amazing that the rest is going to take all day, but he said they just have to get it perfectly smooth, and that's what takes the longest amount of time.
At this point, the concrete is starting to set up, and it's getting stiff enough around the garage so that the forms can be pulled off and it can be ready for the interior garage slab to be poured.
3 hours later, the concrete pour for the foundation of Amanda and Joel's new home is complete.
Tonight definitely calls for a celebration. This makes it feel real now. This marks the beginning of our journey for our dream house, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely.
Everything went excellent today. We were very lucky that the weather cooperated with us. After approximately 7 to 10 days of giving the concrete a little bit of time to set up, we'll get our lumber package delivered and get our framers started.
First day is a success, but will the unpredictable Myrtle Beach weather put the build schedule in jeopardy?
Rain and framing don't go together very well.
Myrtle Beach weather.
Never know what you're going to get.
How many tons of cement does the cement industry produce each year? Is it A, 800 million tons, B, 1.2 billion tons, C, 1.6 billion tons, D, more than 1.8 billion tons? We asked, how many tons of cement does the cement industry produce each year? The answer, D, more than 1.8 billion tons. In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Amanda and Joel Barber are building their dream home. After 10 days, the cement for the foundation is fully cured.
The wall heights are all marked. This morning we're starting to lay out our walls and getting ready to start framing. So at the moment the guys are checking all the measurements and making sure that we are... Oh, good morning.
Hey,
here's Amanda.
I was actually able to take off for work and come and check out what the guys are doing here today. They're currently actually marking off the sections where the walls are going to be to get us set up to start framing our house. So we're pretty excited about this process and everything getting started.
With the homeowner on site, they review interior decisions.
This is showing where we've built storage area into the trusses, as well as this part will probably house our HVAC units here.
Storage is a big concern because I definitely want everything neat and clean, so it'll be nice to have that extra storage space. Very nice.
This lot really did work out fantastic, though.
But this is the best view. I really lucked out with this. With the design of the floor plan, just having that pond there. It would have been nice if the pond was shifted over just a hair more.
Yeah, we could have just picked it up and
moved it just a hair
30 or 40 feet over.
It's amazing how you start a vision of something and then it just grows and becomes something even more.
But the Myrtle Beach weather could cause potential hiccups in the build schedule.
Hopefully the weather's going to hold up today. We've got a chance of rain tonight, they said, but looking at the clouds, it looks like it's coming in a lot faster
than tonight. I know.
Which hopefully it will hold off for most of the day. Obviously, rain and framing don't go together very well.
Myrtle Beach weather.
Exactly.
I love it.
Never know what you're going to get.
No. So if we do start getting a good bit of rain, how is that going to affect the structure of the house?
You don't want it to be exposed to the weather for an extended period of time, which is why we try to get the roof on as quickly as we can.
Fortunately, the weather holds up, and Eddie's crew gets a full day of work in. But overnight storms come through the area.
Weather is always challenging in our area, and I've explained that to Amanda and Joel, and it's difficult to stay to a specific time schedule. Everything went really well with the concrete pour for the foundation. We try to take advantage of the good days when we know we have them and stay on track, utilizing those days as much as we can.
2 days later, the storms clear up and the crew begins framing the house. Homeowner Joel has taken time from work to come to the site to check on progress.
Amanda and I are a bit fortunate where we don't work too far from the building process. She's working, but I have a bit of a break on my schedule, and it's just great to see the progress. I'm Joel. You think by tomorrow everything will be up?
That's one thing. That's as far as I see. We should.
Yeah. No rain?
Yep. Hopefully the truss will be coming.
Good. Well, I'm going to hold you to that now.
All right.
Everything's going to be up by Friday.
By Friday.
3 days later, the framers meet their deadline. Next up, work begins on the roof.
Today the guys are plumbing the walls up, making sure that they're level. Then we attach our plywood, which locks the walls in place. And then this afternoon we have a crane scheduled to come to start setting the roof trusses. So we've got a lot of things going on all at the same time.
As Eddie's crew gets to work, the weather starts to turn, and Amanda arrives at the site worried about the forecast.
It's going to be a monsoon they're talking about this afternoon, so right now it all depends on the crane. You may get here as early as 11 o'clock, may not get here till after lunch.
That's what it
And we'll have
says.
exactly right.
Once again, we've got a big storm front that's coming through today. We're a little bit nervous about that because I can imagine a big crane and putting trusses on and trying to get those straight. The winds could really make that a little challenging. So hopefully they can work all that out.
We can't put them up on the tops of the roofs because it's wet. It'll be a judgment call when the crane gets here.
No falls, no injuries.
Never had any, I don't want to start now.
No, that's for sure. Safety first. So if for some reason, I guess, Mother Nature doesn't cooperate and we have an issue with the crane, and what cost effective?
If he is only here to be able to do part of the job, we will have to pay an additional trip fee unless we can sweet talk him out of it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're willing to work with us, sometimes they're not.
I'm pretty sweet. I'm just kidding. So it's a pretty substantial.
Probably $150 for a trip charge.
Okay,
So
well, it's not
a big
terrible.
deal,
I'm thinking like $500, $600, $700. This is our dream home, and we want to get everything in it that we can. So delays can really affect us from a cost perspective. So I'm a little concerned about budget and how that's going to affect us with this storm.
The crane arrives on the site, and the crew gets ready to lift the first truss. The rain hits hard, and the dangerous conditions on site put Eddie's crew and the build at risk.
This is really dangerous. It could easily get out of control.
The roof trusses for Amanda and Joel's home are about to be lifted by the crane. But the weather conditions are putting the crew at risk.
This is really dangerous. I'm sure something really bad could go wrong if they're not careful. So as exciting as it is, it's also really nerve-wracking too. They can't hear each other, obviously, with the loud trucks and everything. So they're really just communicating with hand signals. They have a small rope that's also attached to the trusses, and they're using that to kind of guide. They're doing a great job of controlling it, but I can see how it could easily get out of control.
Well, the wind is starting to pick up. As we're seeing the crane lift the individual trusses, the wind is starting to spin them a little bit more.
That hook just kind of goes wherever it wants to, and it can easily knock one of these guys off, or I don't know.
Fortunately, the truss makes it to the roof.
They're dodging the raindrops as we're coming down here, but they've been able to start at the beginning of the garage on the very front of the house and work forward with all of the individual trusses over top of the garage and the laundry room and the two guest bedrooms.
Well, looking at the weather right now and the way it's really slippery down here, I can only imagine what it must be like up there, and I'm glad I'm not the one up there right now doing all that work.
The crew fights against the wind as the crane continues to send up the trusses.
So they've got the next piece flying in now, and it's going to come in and sit next to this one. Right now, everything's going very, very well. It's worked out just about perfect, other than the rain that's starting to pick up now that I say that.
To put up the last truss and get the roof finished that they wanted to do, so everything was accomplished today. So budget good. So we're on track.
One week later, the roof trusses are on and the walls are now up. Today, Pat, Eddie's right-hand man, is on site, but there was already a problem before the day begins.
We have a truckload of shingles being brought in this morning, and somehow the load got parked here overnight, and we're having trouble getting it started in order to get the truck in and start putting the shingles on the roof, so this is unexpected. They're going to use the battery from this truck to jump the load. Give me some juice. Crank it up. Come on, baby. Nothing. Well, this is a great morning.
Pat switches gears and goes with Plan B.
No more downtime. Let's take this truck over here. I can't wait. We don't have a lot of extra time to waste. We need to get the truck out of the way so we can bring in their truck back here. Time's money. Everybody knows if you're in business, time's money. Now it's a good day. Get it done, put it out, move on to the next one.
This controls the boom. It's done by remote. Eliminates having another person. When we get up on the roof, we nail our anchor point. This is going to be our anchor point. We nail it to the studs. Make sure it's in there deep enough so if we fall, it actually can support our weight. You attach the retractable to it. There's a cable that comes out of here. And it's kind of like a car. If it pulls too fast, it locks. But if we slip and fall, this will stop us from falling completely off the roof. We might be hanging there for a little while, but at least you won't hit the ground going.
Everyone's working, and as long as everybody's working, it's a good day.
Hey man, how's it going? That's one big, massive piece of machinery. That thing is really huge.
Oh, it makes things wonderful, though.
I would want to carry that stuff up there.
We've got a couple of things to go over on the inside if you want to let us go.
Woo! Windows! Brown windows! I love it. They look amazing. Amazing.
What's new with these is that you can get the brown on the outside, but the white on the inside.
Yeah, because you don't want that dark brown on the inside of the house. That is really nice. Yeah, I just can't wait to see this go in. It's going to be really awesome. See these windows.
Next, Eddie and Amanda go over the design for the outdoor kitchen space.
For the outdoor kitchen area, we're trying to get a quote right now on doing the grill out there. Going ahead and doing that now. But we have to make sure budget allows.
One of the best grills that we've used, they do a 36-inch gas grill with 4 burners for right around, it's usually like $9.49.
Nice. A lot of questions being answered. Wonderful. Really good.
Outdoor kitchens are probably one of the things that we see the most as a new desired amenity for houses. The whole idea behind this style of home is that you're combining inside and outside living into kind of a seamless area. The outdoor kitchen fits in perfectly with the design that the homeowners want. So it's going to be a great addition to the project if they're able to make it work.
As Eddie and Amanda wrap up, the window installation begins and the lanai doors arrive.
So this for me is what I'm excited about. You come in, you've got this really large foyer, but as soon as you open up, the first thing you see is just this massive, opening that's going to just expose you to the outdoors.
High spirits on the bill don't last for long. The Myrtle Beach weather strikes again, flooding the site.
We really want to get the house dried as quickly as we can.
In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, builder Eddie is 4 months into the job. The trusses are up, and the exterior of the home is taking shape.
We've had just a crazy amount of rain over the past 3 or 4 weeks, and of course all the rain started when we were starting to set our trusses. The owners want to get done as quickly as they can. We of course want to get done as quickly as we can.
The crew gets to work to make up for lost time.
We really want to get the house dried in. That's getting all of our windows and doors in so that the house is all watertight. That way we can start working on our mechanical, and our HVAC will come next.
Today, the crew installs the glass doors for the lanai.
What we're installing today is a 4-panel, 12-foot wide by 8-foot tall aluminum sliding door. This is one of the things that the homeowners really were looking forward to. These are also made with hurricane impact glass in them, so they're very, very heavy. Each one of those can slide all the way from one end of the door opening to the other end of the door opening.
The HVAC system is also getting installed, and homeowner Joel comes by to check in.
Good choice.
Since Joel and Amanda both have allergies, we've changed from ductboard to solid metal ductwork.
One thing I realized when I moved down south is I am allergic to something, and it's pollen.
Yep.
this time of year, I'm sniffing and everything.
We'll actually be using metal for our main trunk lines. We'll still have flex lines that will come off of this, but we're going to be using the metal for the main trunks, and then this gets wrapped with insulation.
All right.
So you actually get a better insulated duct piece, as well as with metal versus using ductboard can collect dust, collect pollen, or anything else.
So that'll be a big help.
Later that day, Amanda stops by to see her lanai doors.
Oh wow, these look so good. These windows are awesome. Oh, these are nice. It's a huge opening too. It's a much larger opening than a standard sliding glass door. It's nice. Everything looks really good.
5 days later, exterior work begins.
This is a stucco process. You have to put the base coat on first. Once I get the base coat on, I'm going to embed the mesh. 24 hours, it'll be hard as a brick. We got a white starter track underneath here with weep holes in it, every 8 inches all the way around. So under here, if water ever gets behind this door rock, it can drain. Over here on the East Coast, we got a lot of hurricanes and bad weather, so they make us have a lot of drainage systems and stuff like this. Now they're real tough on it, so you got to do it right.
As exterior work continues, inside, Eddie's right-hand man, Pat, is trying to get the build back on schedule by installing the drywall a week earlier.
Well, we got to move fast because we had rain delays, and that just creates a chain reaction for everybody's schedules, all the different trades. Listen, here's what we're up against. The time constraint over here, we got to get in, we got to get out.
Okay.
So right now I'm just asking you to pick up more speed. Typically I don't rush you, but on this certain house, we need to get in and get out. The good thing is we have good drywallers, Danny, and his crew. They'll make up for lost time, and then everyone will be back on track. Right after you leave, I'm bringing in the painters. We're going to go ahead and plastic off the floors, get everything primed, then I'm going to go ahead and start bringing in the towel guys.
Okay.
So just make sure everything's scraped and clean so nobody else complains over here.
Pat's subcontractor gets to work on the drywall.
We're putting 270 sheets in it. It'll take roughly 10 days. That's hang to finish and sand and ready for paint.
10 days later, the drywall is complete. With Eddie's crew working extra hard to make up for the 2-week delay, Will Amanda's doubts on the granite countertops set the build back even further?
There's no change in it after they cut it.
Which country exports the most glass per year? Is it A, England, B, United States, C, Germany, D, France? We asked which country exports the most glass per year. The answer is C, Germany. Today, Amanda and Joel head to the granite store to go over measurements on their granite slab for their kitchen and bathroom countertops.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? I'm Eric.
Eric, Amanda Barber.
Anna, nice to meet you. Joel, nice to meet you. I'm glad you guys came in. We got your slabs in today.
Our current home is a Formica type countertop, so it was really, really important for me in our new home to have high quality granite.
Now, is each piece of granite different?
It is. Every piece of granite is unique. I think there's over 300 different colors. And you can see here
Oh, yeah.
how it's got the different coloring. And it's got the black and the white. It's more of an exotic look versus your typical standards.
Yeah.
So I think you made a good choice.
You need to look at this and find what you like the best. Because there's no change in it after they cut it. We definitely want to maximize the piece. Because if we can get it all done in one piece, that's...
Budget is definitely a huge issue, and actually this slab of granite, I didn't know it when I picked it out, but they had it in the wrong spot, so it's a little bit more over budget. Didn't tell you that yet.
Trying to maximize the material, maximize your dollar. That's our biggest goal, is to get as much out as we can,
Yeah.
so you can spend less.
Now you're speaking my husband's language.
That's exactly right.
Amen. We're taking it in our shop, we're laying on our saw, and we're cutting.
Do you guys want to see it being cut?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really exciting. I mean, I didn't expect to get to see him actually cut the granite like this, so I don't think everybody probably didn't get to see this.
Right.
I know. I'll be so anxious. It's going to be fun. When you look at it this way, it looks different. It looks totally different. It really does.
What's your vanity? It's going to look like you lay down flat and see it.
That is amazing. That is beautiful. For me, I just think you pick out granite and somebody just comes and puts it in and it's magically cut. I mean, I guess you just don't think about all the work and the process that goes into it, and the fact that it really is an art. It's a craft. It's not as easy as just a machine just cutting it. I think we're going to be able to squeeze it all in perfectly just to make it work with just the 2 slabs for the kitchen and then the 1 slab for all the bathrooms. So that'll help us a lot with budget, I think.
For sure.
The following morning, Eddie's crew continues exterior work, but there's a problem.
We came to run color on the house today. We was gonna put some trim color on the trim, but as you can see, it's raining. We've been getting hammered with the rain for the last 3 weeks. We're about a month behind schedule right about now, so we definitely have to catch up next week when it stops raining, you know. Because Mother Nature got to deal with it.
Throughout this build, Myrtle Beach weather just has not been on my side. If we continue having the rain delays, our schedule will just continue to take a hit.
The rain doesn't stop Eddie from working, so he's at the site to make up for lost time.
We got our outdoor kitchen started. We've got the rest of our tile work going on. Our stone for our fireplace and our hood was delivered today. And then, bam, here comes the rain again.
Hey, it's like a torrential downpour outside.
That it is. Keep raining and raining.
I know. Tell you. Well, while I've got you, I want to pick your brain. I went, Joel and I went, and met with a fabricator. They kind of go over the templates and the cuts for the granite.
Excellent.
It went really, really well, but they were telling us, I guess in the kitchen, they thought they were going to have to cut a seam in the granite.
Okay.
He said because of the big L shape here, I never thought about that.
For that piece to go in, without having any seam, we would have this chunk that's left in here, and the question becomes, can we use that piece that's left in here?
I see what you're saying.
We would be best to put a seam in the corner.
Okay.
In addition, if we do that, we should have cutoff pieces that will allow us to work on the grill.
Oh, great. So we could use that and save in budget there.
Eddie shows Amanda his idea for the outdoor kitchen space.
We took the same amount of countertop space here,
gave you that same amount of space here, then made the sink area.
Oh, okay.
And where this helps us with the granite is that exactly, these are 28 inches wide.
2 days later, after numerous rain delays, Rodney and his crew returned to the site and are hard at work putting on exterior stucco. In order to get back on schedule, they have to complete their work by the end of the day.
Super excited. Today's the big day. Been waiting for a while. We've had to postpone seeing the stucco for, I don't know, for like a month at least. So really excited. I was able to sneak away from work today. The colors we actually chose for the stucco, it's like a light brown color with a cream trim. So we'll get to see that today. I can't wait to take a look at it. So here we go. Here's the house.
Amanda is in for a surprise when she sees the color of her exterior stucco.
Oh, goodness. Is that the final color?
The color of the stucco for the exterior of her house.
So here we go. Here's the house. Let's see. Looks like they've got the trim done on the side here. Oh, they're working on the front. Ooh. That is not the right color. Oh, goodness. Hey, guys. Good. How's it going? You guys are working hard.
Yeah, we put a little color on today.
Okay. Cool. So I have a question. The trim color looks right, but the color that you guys are putting on now, is that a base coat or is that the final color?
What it is, like once you put it on, it takes a couple hours for it to tone down. So I mean, maybe about 2 o'clock, it'll look the way you want
Is
it.
this supposed to be like chocolate milk color? Okay. I just don't like it. I just feel like the trim is too yellow and too dark. Like I feel like it should be lighter. I don't know. This could be a problem. Oh, so I hate making decisions like this. I guess I just need to give it some time and let it dry and see what it looks like. Maybe it's the trim that I'm not liking. I don't know.
Amanda calls Eddie with her concern.
I'm looking at the wall that's been up for a while, and the guy said it's pretty much the color it's going to be. And maybe it's just because I'm not seeing the finished product. Right. And so maybe that's the problem. I don't know, but I feel like I need some reassurance. All right, bye.
Right now, we're waiting on a decision about the trim color. The homeowner says it's a little too yellow for her. She's looking for something a little more creamy. It's kind of common. I mean, they pick out a color on a little sample, and once they get on the wall and they see the wall color, it actually pops. So right now, we're waiting on the contractor, Excalibur, to get here. So once they talk about it, make the decision, then we'll be right back on it,
I just see all yellow and the trim. I like the base color. Love the base color.
That's not yellow.
I just don't feel like there's much contrast at all. This is what I was worried about with this. When you look at them like this, this
Because it's flat.
doesn't.
And you're also looking up against wood, so you don't have your soffit and fascia trim on it. But I really don't think once it's all done, there'll be an
It's
issue.
gonna bother me. Okay. So you don't see it. Okay.
I don't see it.
That's why I called Batman. That's why I called the Batman.
Yeah, Amanda was shocked when she first pulled up and saw the stucco color on the house, and it really is a normal reaction. Most people don't realize that as the stucco dries, it deepens and darkens and gets to its final color.
Now that Amanda is comfortable with the stucco, she checks in on the progress of the outdoor kitchen.
So this is it. Finally, our outdoor kitchen is coming to shape, and you can really see what we've got going here. This is actually where our grill is going to be. We can come outside and grill and enjoy and just relax out here and just have this be a nice lounge space.
Today, the granite installation begins.
Going in the kitchen, we're just cutting this in there.
Made a crack right here. You want to fill that in so it's nice and smooth for the customer. Don't notice it. Pour it all down the seam. It'll start curing in like 5 to 6 minutes. We'll pull the tape away. We'll slice it. Nice, clean, flowing seam.
feels like it's coming to life. I am super happy with the granite color. Just like beyond excited. I could do a little dance right now. Check out the master. Wow, that looks so good. They did such an awesome job. I'm so happy with the granite.
Today, Pat is on site to meet the homeowners for a final walkthrough of the house.
Hey, what's up, Patty Pat?
How are ya?
How you doing, honey?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, Joe, what's up?
Works around the clock.
Absolutely. Well, whatever it takes.
With just 2 days left until their deadline, will Amanda and Joel get to move into their dream house on time?
We're not going to get a CO with a broken toilet.
In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Amanda and Joel Barber are on site for their final walkthrough.
I want to make sure everything's up to your par.
Okay.
We'll walk through each room. If you see anything, point it out to me, and hopefully I can go ahead and explain it to you and tell you what stage we're at.
So today is like one of the last pushes to get to where we need to be to get our CO, because
We have 2 days
yeah.
for a CO, and this is push comes to shove.
Around the clock.
Absolutely. Well, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Our goal is to get you in. That's
Awesome. I appreciate all your hard work. All right, where do you want to start?
I know they're stressing a little about the move-in date. They get a little nervous towards the end. Most clients do. This is when push comes to shove. There's a lot of things going on. We're used to it. The homeowners aren't. So I have to build up their confidence that these people will be in this house on Saturday. Over here in the kitchen, I believe you got a butcher block.
Yes.
Which will be setting in place tomorrow. Once that is set in place, we're going to open up your leg.
Okay, I was wondering about that. Okay. My biggest concern in this whole kitchen has been the cabinets.
We have a new cabinet being ready to be installed. I'm just waiting for the installer.
So that's going to go here?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Yes.
One small thing I asked them to do is put little bumpers here.
Sure. We'll make note of that. Let's go and take a look at the master bathroom.
All right. What happens under there?
Well, no, that gets all shot back out.
Okay.
We'll get cleaned out. We'll pour concrete in there, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
As they continue the walkthrough, Joel discovers a potential problem.
We got Joel.
We got a broken toilet. That's what we got. We're not going to get a CO with a broken toilet.
That's already being called in to Jay at the building store. I already spoke to him. He'll either deliver or we'll pick up in the morning and install it.
There we go.
Install it.
Pat's on it.
How about the color your house has on it?
It's better. I'm still a little iffy on the trim, but I'm better with it. I'm better with it.
My goal when I tell you CO, that means you're staying Saturday night.
Okay.
When the signs on it says here's your CO.
So you'll get a high five from Joel when he gets to CO.
When I see the paper, you're going to get my high five.
That's the whole purpose of these next 2 days. We will be back to do our little touch-ups. We'll make sure that everything is in place for them and they're 100% satisfied.
It's a race to the finish for Eddie and his team to have Amanda and Joel's home complete by the end of the week. After 7 months of construction, countless battles with Mother Nature causing unforeseen delays, and the constant threat of not meeting their move-in deadline, Amanda and Joel Barber can finally move into their dream home.
It's everything and more what I thought it would be. We love the granite countertops in the kitchen and the bathrooms. It really just makes that space seem so much warmer and rich. I can't wait to have a really large cookout and have all our friends over to do our Christmas party and just be able to enjoy the space. For us, this is definitely our favorite part of the house, outside on the lanai. I have a beautiful view of the lake, and Joel's got his outdoor kitchen going over here.
Yeah, we're just about to put some fish on the grill.
Just really nice open space out here, and we love it. We have these huge doors that open up to at least a 9-foot space that go right into the great room, and then the same with the kitchen. Absolutely.